We're live. Core, Mr. Core is supposed to be joining me. I don't know if anyone wants link. Let me know. But we're here to talk. We're here to participate in discussion about a very, very big weekend for Bayern München. Bayern München versus Bayer Leverkusen, the big game in the Bundesliga this season, this weekend. Leverkusen already took an L this year, already against Leipzig, already. Bayern looking a lot better under Vincent Kompany. I have a lot of things to say about the game. Weirdly, now I don't know about how I'll feel tomorrow in the morning, but I'm calm heading into the game. I'm not panicky. I'm not worried. Not in the sense that I think I'm so confident we're going to be by Leverkusen. It's not that. It's just that even regardless of the result tomorrow, I have faith in this team. I have faith in Kompany. I like the way we play football. And if Leverkusen beat us tomorrow, what's up? What does that mean? What does that mean? Because that would put them level on points with us, I think, at 12 points. I think no matter what anyone does in Bundesliga this weekend, we will maintain first place. So I am calm going into this Leverkusen game because of that. Because I have faith in this team. You know, with Tuchel, it felt like it was life or death against Leverkusen. It felt like in that second game at Leverkusen's home, it really felt like this is life or death for Bayern. This is the end all be all of our season. This is it. And we all know what happened at that game. 3-0 L. Thomas Tuchel, changing the lineup 30 minutes before halftime, reacting to Leverkusen, being reactionary, not sticking to his guns. And from there, the red flags kept on piling up. Yes, Bayern made a semifinal in the Champions League, and they fumbled that semifinal against Real Madrid. They did. And the season ended trophyless, third place in the Bundesliga. So with Kompany, man, I just feel like he's more stubborn in a good way. He trusts himself. He backs himself and his style of football. And I like that. A confident manager is a better manager, bro. You don't want what Thomas Tuchel did last time out in that 3-0 loss where you change the lineup 30 minutes before. It's okay to change the lineup after it's announced if there's an injury in the warm-up. Remember 2014 World Cup final, Sami Khedira got injured in the World Cup in the warm-up, and Christoph Kramer had to come in and deputize for him, ended up, getting his head knocked out of his shoulders. But here's the thing. It's just like when you react like that after 30 minutes before the game starts, when you react like that, it shows you were scared, Thomas Tuchel. And I don't get the sense that Vincent Kompany, I will call him by the name he told us to call him. It's not Vincent. It's Vincent Kompany. Vincent Kompany. What's up, Bhupinder? What's up, bro? What's up, bro? So Kompany versus Alonso, two guys who trust their football, two guys that, let's be honest, it's not going to be, like Bayern versus Dortmund where Bayern is going to smash them, guaranteed. This is going to be a back and forth game. Both teams are going to go for it. That's what happened last time. Kompany. Because I'm not really looking at Xabi Alonso. I'm not really looking at Xabi Alonso and being like, this is your time to prove something. Xabi Alonso already proved himself, bro. He went undefeated in the Bundesliga. By the way, I found a dollar bill when I was walking my dog in the morning. I found a dollar bill on the ground. But Xabi Alonso, this is your time. I mean, Vincent Kompany, this is your time to really announce yourself. This is your time to say, I'm serious. I'm not a championship, merchant. None of that. I deserve to be put in the best manager of the world conversations. I deserve to be given respect as Bayern Munich coach. Xabi Alonso doesn't need to do that. Xabi Alonso took Bayer Leverkusen to their first ever Bundesliga title. He went undefeated. He turned a squad that a squad no one was talking about into undefeated Bundesliga champions. There's nothing to prove for Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso is coming into this game confident. I feel like he thinks he has Bayern's number, and let's be honest, he probably does. He probably knows our weaknesses. He probably knows how to shut down Musiala. He knows how to shut down Kane. He shut him down last time. Yes, Kane scored a goal in the first game, last year, but he knows how to shut down Kane. He knows how to pressure Upamecano, Kim Min-jae. He knows what to do when he comes up against these people, these players. And he's going to have a plan. He's going to have a plan. I'm sure he's analyzed company. I'm sure he is going to try to capitalize on the spaces behind the defense because Vincent Kompany's Bayern, the Bayern team right now, plays such a high line, plays so attacking. There will be chances for both teams. Every team will get a chance against Bayern. But let's be honest, Leverkusen, and this is the first point I wanted to hit on for Bayern. Bro, Leverkusen is here for the taking. Yes, it seems like they have their 90-minute juju back. They're, against Mönchengladbach, first game of the season, 90th minute winner. Last game against Wolfsburg, 90th minute winner, 90 plus 3 or something. Leverkusen, you have to beat them. You have to bury them in the ground. If you're up 2-1, 2-0 in the 85th minute, the game isn't over. And when you think about the Bundesliga the last 10 years, 10, 11, 12 years, think of the Bundesliga, who was the only team we could always say they're not done? It's 2-1. They're losing 2-1. It's the 89th minute. It's the 90th minute. It's the 91st minute. It was only Bayern. Only Bayern had this sense of, inevitability. Whether it be they still have Lewandowski, peak Lewandowski there to get them that equalizing goal. They still have Robin and Ribéry to terrorize the defenders when their legs are tired. They still have, Mandzukic coming off the bench. All these, shout out Sandro Wagner. Sandro Wagner, bro, remember Sandro Wagner would come off the bench and almost score every time. So Bayern was that inevitable team. They had that factor. Leverkusen has that factor now. Yes, they lost already to Leipzig, and I was very critical of them after that loss. I told them, you're the champions now. When the target is on your back, you already lost 2-3 games into the season. Yes, I was critical, but it seems like after that loss, they are still going to continue with this bullshit. 90th minute winners, 91st minute equalizers, 3 goals in extra time every game. It seems like it's going to happen. And, we have to respect that as Bayern fans. We have to go into this Bayern game and realize that this is a real threat. This game against Leverkusen will not be won until the final whistle is blown. You cannot let off the gas in the 85th minute. You can't become relaxed if you're up 2-0. You can't give them opportunities. Now, Leverkusen is such a good team that they will create their own opportunities, whether it be out of mistakes from the Bayern's defense or their brilliance through Wirtz, Grimaldo, Boniface, all those guys, Jeremy Frimpong, right? But it's Bayern's job to limit that. It's Bayern's job to limit that. And the second point is kind of connecting to the fact that Leverkusen is there for the taking. Our boy, there he is, Core. Core's here. Core, my brother, Core. Coach Core. How's Coach Core?
I'm alright, bro. Yeah, what's going on?
Are you ready? Tomorrow's a big day.
It is. It's dark here, right? I think it's dark here.
It's fine though. We see you.
You see me?
We see you. You hear your voice is coming out good. Core. It's a big game tomorrow, Coach Core. What's happening tomorrow, Coach Core?
What's up, AK? I think AK said he wants the link. Wait, Bupinder. Bupinder, yeah, Bupinder, bro.
Bupinder's here too. Okay, I didn't see AK's comment. AK, I'm gonna send you a link right now. But Core,
yeah, Bupinder too.
Bupinder, if he wants a link, yeah, I'll get it to him on Twitter. I'll just send it to him. But Core, let's just focus. This is the point I was gonna get to right now.
Yeah,
Leverkusen, their defense is not as strong. No, it's not the same as last season. I think it's confirmed now. I think Bayern, Eberel, they're looking at the failed Jonathan Tah transfer and they're going, that's a relief because these guys concede goals. So I want you to talk about, or do you agree that we will score goals tomorrow? It's going to become a matter of who's going to score more because I think Leverkusen's attack is just as strong. I think Wirtz is getting better. I think Grimaldo's still there. I think they're showing they still have the 90-minute juju. Is the game tomorrow going to be, who's going to score more? That's my initial, thought right now that tomorrow we're in for a goal fest.
Hokage, let me join back. My computer is freezing. Give me a second.
All
All right.
right, all
Give
right,
me a
all right.
second.
Cole will be back. I'm gonna get
Yeah.
once Core's back and he's talking. I'm gonna get the link out to AK and Bhupinder. But on that point, I was just talking about. I don't think that Leverkusen's defense is as strong. Last season, Wolfsburg was not creating the chances that created before. Wolfsburg was not doing that. Even Mönchengladbach to create Mönchengladbach, yes, the score sheet says 2 goals. They created 2 or 3 other clear goal scoring opportunities. If their finishing was on point that day, they could have had 4 or 5 goals. Wolfsburg, same scenario. Wolfsburg could have had 4 or 5 goals. They could have. But Leverkusen held tight and they got the win in those 2 games. But think about that for Leverkusen. Say the Mönchengladbach, say there was none of that juju. Say the Mönchengladbach game and the Wolfsburg game, the juju wasn't present. They couldn't replicate what they were doing last season, right? Leverkusen would be on potentially 3 games where they've dropped points. The loss to Leipzig and dropped points to Wolfsburg and Mönchengladbach. So it's hard to call. I don't know if I call consistent 90th minute winners or anything. I have a hard time saying that's taught. I have a hard time saying that's like a thing you could practice in training. It's just something that Leverkusen keeps doing. And it's like, it's all a product of the way Xabi Alonso sets up his team. It's all a product of, we're going to keep attacking you until the whistle blows. And we're going to keep doing that in the hope that we get a chance or two. Here's Core. Core's back. Core, talk about it.
Yeah. What's your question?
Is Leverkusen's defense as strong as last season? And will tomorrow's game? I'm thinking tomorrow's game might be a goal fest.
Who do you think is going to win, though?
I think we got it.
Calm down.
I think we got it.
Calm down.
I'm confident. Core, I'm confident.
Calm down, bro.
I'm confident. Why are you even calm down? I'm confident.
Leverkusen, they're good. I think Leverkusen is good in the counter, right? They're good in the counter, right?
Yeah.
Boy, it's a tough game, man. It's a really tough game.
You're not confident? Who do you think is gonna win right now? If you're going right now, who do you think is gonna
win? Sorry, let me stand up. Give me a second.
All right, while Core gets situated, AK, I'm sending you link right now. Bhupinder, I'm also going to send you a link right now. I'm just going to search your name up. Bhupinder. Sending link out to Bhupinder. Okay, never mind. I don't think we even have messages. Bhupinder. Boom. Next. Bhupinder. Boom. Okay, they're going to be in soon.
Yeah.
I sent them the link.
Yeah. I mean, all I can say is, man, to be honest, the problem with Leverkusen is not so much of, how we're going to beat them. My problem is, I don't know if this possession style can.
Let me phrase it like this: should we be afraid of Leverkusen?
I think so.
Why?
Because I'm looking. I still feel like they haven't missed a beat. I still feel like they still have the same strong team. I also feel like, I feel like how it's gonna be is they're gonna have a result like how they did last season when they came to the Allianz, where they're gonna really fight for a draw. That's how I see them. You get what I'm saying? Oh, hello. But with that being said, look, company, man, I think this is the best game to start Mueller. This is the type of game, because in big games like this is where you need a player like Mueller to really, like, they take the press and everything like that. Especially, I know Musiala, okay, he's done so well and so forth, but I think the best bind that I've seen is when Musiala and Mueller is playing together as in the team. And also, I just feel like if it means that we have to bench Olise, I would do it because I just don't. I think Olise is a good weapon to come off the bench. You
I
know
don't
what?
know.
No,
Olise,
look. Leverkusen, what they are using to win these games is substitutions. Substitutions was really helping them to win these games because it gets to a point where they're just really, really poor. Like I didn't watch the Wolfsburg highlight, but it looks like it's been the same story for like the last season where the team maybe they'll score a couple of goals and so forth, but at the last minute or something like that, they end up winning. You get what I'm trying to say? They haven't really won convincing, and I do understand that, but I still feel like that kind of shows a mark of a champion. You get what I'm trying to say? In that, like, even let's say when they're struggling, they still know how to come out of their depths and win the game. You know, it reminds me a little bit of Real Madrid. Yeah.
yeah, Real Madrid. Well, don't you say that you are the way you were the one saying that with Real Madrid though that teams shouldn't be afraid of them. You just have to put your chances away.
That's what I'm saying. Real Madrid know how to suffer. Leverkusen is the second best team in world football right now who knows how to suffer. Other teams, I can't say that about Bayern. I can't say that about what's what's that team's name? Barcelona. I can't see it. I can't say that. I can't say that about those teams because they don't know how to suffer when, let's say, for example, the pressure is on you and is being poured and everything. I think this is going to be a tough game. I think Leverkusen, they're going to really fight for a draw. I think they're going to really because the reason why I'm saying they're going to fight for a draw is honestly, Leverkusen has nothing to lose. All the pressure is on Bayern. All the pressure is on Bayern because this is company's actual real test. You get what I'm trying to say? Alongside with the Villa game and the Barcelona game. Now we're really going to see how company play because, and again, in a game like this, I'm going to need to see him go toe to toe with Xabi Alonso in terms of substitutions because one thing Xabi Alonso is really good at is in-game management, and not only in-game management, but he's a very good man manager, and that is what is really making him so successful. Leverkusen, honestly, I know they probably didn't really strengthen in the summer. They didn't really need to though. That's the thing. Because if you looked at their squad, like even their first 11 is complete. The bench too hasn't really missed a beat. They just lost Borja Iglesias. Who else? What's that other guy's name who came to Liverpool? They just lost a couple of players, and that's really it. But they still have the same players that are still in the team. You know, that is why I'm saying. And one thing that the negative about this game, Hokage, for me is I have a strong feeling the German FA just wants Bayern to lose. Like lose the league. Yeah, like everything is against Bayern. Like every single thing. The referees, I feel like they're gonna go against Bayern. Like you could see everything is gonna be like you could see that they're trying to really go against Bayern in so many things. But all in all, this is the type of game Mueller has to play, guys. Like, bro, if Mueller is not in the lineup, I don't think we're winning because I think we need that type of player in games like this to dictate the press, and also not only to dictate the press, but he knows how to get the other players to be in the right position, you know, in order to create and stuff like that. So with him, for me, this is my lineup. I think it's going to be Neuer in goal.
He's
Hopefully,
fit.
yeah. I cross my fingers he doesn't get injured.
Not Ulreich.
I was about to ask or
Yeah.
say that would be a big factor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Because I don't think if Ulreich was in goal, I think it's over. I think Leverkusen beats us like that. But all I'm saying is, Upamecano, and Dyer. I think is
Dyer?
the best. Yeah, I love Dyer in big games. And Dyer in big games, bro. Look at last season what he did in big games against
Yeah.
against Real Madrid. He was really good. Like I really prefer the Dyer and Upamecano partnership than the Upamecano Kimmich because in
But
big games like this,
but remember,
Mhm.
Dyer last time against Leverkusen, he had a pretty bad game. He had a really bad game against Leverkusen because he
But
played last time.
to be fair, I think
Against yeah. In
Dyer
the
was not up to speed with the
Yeah.
to
game.
be fair, I think it was one of his first game ever in the Bayern shirt. So it was I
Exactly.
think pretty
Yeah.
recent to his transfer.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. That was his first game.
But
I think one thing us Bayern fans we shouldn't really put Eric Dyer in that pedestal that he didn't do. Bro, look at the performances against Arsenal. Look at the
No, he was
performances
great.
against Real Madrid. He
He was
was
great.
great. You know, I
But-
think personally is Dyer, Upamecano, the
Kimmich,
right
where's
back.
Kimmich? Where's Kimmich? Midfield or right back?
he has to be midfield. I think
He's-
Rafa Guerrero has to be right back.
I think that's the.
Okay, Peter, why do you say that? Why do you? That's a good. Yeah, why do you say that? That's a good.
I think just the momentum he has in the midfield is better. I think he has already the momentum of playing in the midfield.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to start Pavlovic in the midfield and start Kimmich
No.
as a right back. I think this game, I think last season also they played Pavlovic in the middle, and you could just see that was maybe a step too big, and I still think it's a step too big, especially.
Yeah.
They have. I think they will probably play with Kanchaka and what's his name?
Palacios?
And Andrich.
Yeah.
Andish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, on the midfield, I really think we need a defensive minded.
Okage.
I think we need Palhinha in there, bro. We need someone defensive minded. Pavlovic and Kimmich, I think in a lot of other games it could work, but in a game like Leverkusen, especially what happened last time, we need someone defensive minded first in that midfield.
We were really open.
Okage, what I will say is I've I've been really thinking about this Kimmich thing. I've been really, really thinking about this Kimmich thing, and I'm not gonna lie. A part of me says right back in big games for Kimmich. It's not bad. I mean, I know he got exposed against Vinny in the semis last season.
And people say, but bro, I'm gonna be honest. Vinny had a good 15 minutes against Kimmich in the second half in the Bernabeu.
Yeah.
He actually locked down Vinny Jr. at the Allianz, and he locked him down in the first half of that game. So yes,
and
I feel like Kimmich crumbled a little bit with the Bernabeu crowd getting behind Vinny. But I also will say in that Kimmich, that 10, 15 minutes where Vinny was really dragging him around everywhere.
Yeah.
I think the whole team was getting lost in the moment there. And I think Kimmich was not getting, because when you want to defend Vinny, you don't want to actually be 1v1 with him. You
1v1 with him. No.
De Ligt was not properly supporting him in that 10, 15 minutes. And I think who was playing right wing at the time in the beginning of that?
It was Mazraoui, I think. Was it?
No, the right wing. Mazraoui was left back. Whoever was right wing, I'm forgetting, was not supporting Kimmich enough to help with Vinny. But yeah, go on.
Sane probably. But yeah. But I know what you mean, Core, with Kimmich as a right back. I think he also locked down Nico Williams when Germany played against Spain. I think he did a really, really good job. He did it before with Mbappé.
Remember
Martinelli
and Trossard couldn't get past him.
Yeah. I mean, with Vinny, you have to say he's probably the best 1v1 winger at the moment in the world. So I think every defender will have his difficulties when he is on his day. But I'm optimistic about the game tomorrow because I think it's the first time in like maybe 2 years where I see we are really in momentum. We are playing well and we are taking the games against the smaller clubs really serious. because even under Nagelsmann, and that's even though I really enjoyed the football under Nagelsmann, and I was strictly against the sacking of him. There were games where we looked, or where we let the smaller sides play to us, or come and play with us. And under company, I think that's gotten better. I mean, against Bremen, they didn't even have a shot, or Bremen didn't have a shot against Bayern. I think that's a good sign, and I think you can just see, which I already talked about on Half Hope's channel before the season started. It's just, you can see that it's still, they're in their feelings in terms of, oh, we didn't achieve our goal last season, and they are taking this season serious from game 1 to game 70, or however, we don't know about the Champions League yet. But yeah, I'm really, really optimistic. And also, I mean, for Leverkusen, yeah, of course they have the late goals, but I think they are a little bit relying on it. I think there are I think sequences in games where I think they leave the foot off the gas. They think, okay, we can score in the 90th minute. I don't know if that will work against Bayern, because we have also seen games, and I don't want to compare this Leverkusen side to any of the Dortmund side of the last 10 years, but we have seen in those big games also, when Bayern comes in momentum, it can go really, really quick with, they're scoring then, I don't know, 20 goals in 20 goals, I mean, 4 goals in 20 minutes. Like, it could go really, really quick, but the only thing with Leverkusen is, I think they're so clinical in front of goal. That's the thing.
Exactly,
And
exactly.
and Victor Boniface is in such good form.
Hmm.
I think last season, I think his focus was more even on creating, or assisting, and I think this season he has his scoring boots on.
And remember that first game at the Allianz. Boniface gave Kim and Jay and Upamecano
Yeah,
there's that game. He
yeah,
was everywhere. He's so
yeah.
hard to stop when he starts dribbling, and when he has the ball, it's so hard to get the ball off him. So I'm really interested because Core says Dyer will start, or wants Dyer to start. I think he's gonna
I
stick with
don't think.
Kim and Jay and Upamecano. I
Hmm. I agree.
that's Upamecano and Kim and Jay. This is a test for you because you guys struggled against Victor Boniface last time 1v2.
Yeah.
Let's see, let's see some improvement here, so I can put more
Mm.
faith in you guys in, because Boniface, Boniface. Say we come against a Manchester City at some point in the season. Boniface and Holland, you have to defend them the same way. You have to
Yeah.
out muscle them somehow. You have to
Yeah,
be one step ahead of them somehow. So Victor Boniface, I am really interested. I really like that he's in form because I want to see him test Upamecano and Kim Min-jae. I really want to see that.
All I'm gonna say though too is so I really do. I would love.
Or finish your lineup. So you said Neuer, Dyer, Upamecano. You said
Yeah.
okay, left back, right back. Who's left back, right back?
Left back I think it will be Guerrero. Right back I think it will be uh what's that guy's name?
Limer,
Kimmich.
Kimmich. Okay,
Yeah.
Kimmich.
The DMs, I'm gonna go for Limer, and I'm gonna go for Paulinia. I think he might go for those two. I think Pavlovic, as good as he's been, I really wouldn't start him in a game like this. This is a very, very, very important game. So that's my double pivot. The three would be Musiala, Muller, and then it will probably be
Olise or Gnabry?
Gnabry. Yeah, so it'll be Musiala, Muller, Gnabry, and Harry Kane.
I just
so no Olise.
Olise not playing. I just he's in
Yeah,
such
because
good
the reason
form.
why look, I get it. I really get why he's pushing this Olise in it because he's been good. He's been very, very good. But in big games like this, you need players with experience who's actually played in big games like this. That's the mistake we made last season. They beat us 3-0. Mula is a very good player in terms of he might not give you what Olise gives, but what he will do is he will try to create space for others and he'll try to do off the ball runs that can cause problems to the opponent. Also, what he's very good at is dictating the press, something that I feel we need, because if we're pressing and we don't have someone who's dictating the press, they can easily bypass our press. And next thing you know, it's Boniface and versus Upamecano and so forth. So that's what I'm saying is it will be a very, very difficult game. But I personally, I would bring Olise as a super sub. I think that should be his role. I think he's been good. Don't get me wrong, but this game is too big of a game to start playing. That's just my honest opinion. You know,
and I understand that. Okay. Honestly, I'm not too phased if Olise doesn't start because he is still very young. He didn't even go to he wasn't even France's Euro squad. They shipped him up to the Olympics.
Exactly.
I understand.
But they should have taken him.
Limer, I'm not. Limer should not. I think this. I think
you know what I'm saying. You know why I'm saying Limer, right? I'll tell you why I'm saying Limer. Limer is that type of player where he's like a Duracell battery. Like he gives energy and serious. Like energy. Like that's all he is. Like and that's what I think we need tomorrow in the midfield. We need energy because if you have him, you combine that with Paulinho, who's just a defensive tackler, it could really help us. It could stop the counterattacks too. That's my honest opinion.
So we're going in the midfield. We're going Harambo, kind of. You could say.
This is peak Tuchel. We're going back to. I can't go back to.
We have to look. Like honestly, like I know there's old Leverkusen are comeback kings. You don't know what is gonna happen. You can never know what Leverkusen is gonna do in the next hour. You might think that maybe you scored them, and then you never know. You never know. That's what I'm saying.
I would agree with you in terms of you could maybe even put Limer as a right back because I think he has been really, really good as a right back.
That is not bad either. That's not bad either. Yes.
And Kimmich in the midfield.
And one thing about Limer too is he's also played in big games. Like against Real Madrid, he was amazing against Real Madrid.
He was.
Like those two legs, bro. Like you should have seen. Like I was seeing Duracell's battery all over the pitch. I'm telling you, like it was crazy, man.
That is true, bro. Limer in midfield at the Allianz Arena, Real Madrid. That was an amazing.
I haven't seen an Austrian dominate like that since you know who.
But Corey, I would say even I think you should start Olise because I think maybe someone like Serge Gnabry would be probably had a better impact off the bench. I could think because I think like Michael Olise, I think he's someone who grows with the game going. I don't think he's someone who you can just throw in and expect something from him like that. But but I think there are not too many question marks in terms of the starting 11.
For Olise though, I'm interested. Like whether he's gonna play minutes tomorrow either way. I want to see because this season for Bayern, even if taking all games into account, Champions League and everything, this is the most physical game Bayern will play.
Oh yeah.
This is the most physical game. They have the Latino gangsters in the squad. They have Andrich, the German thug. Olise, this is gonna be your physical test of the year because I don't think last season Leverkusen was the toughest physical matchup for Bayern.
But because of that, I would say you should start Olise because I think he's quite tall. I think and he's also. I mean, he played in the Premier League. He knows how win or to be in physical games. I mean, he has played for Crystal Palace, and so I think he would be a better fit. If you say, hey, the game is going to get physical in terms of, because I think also he's it's very difficult to get the ball from him.
Yeah.
I still see this clip where I think it was a referee who was wearing a camera, and he was like dribbling all those players,
Yeah.
and no one was catching him. So yeah, I'm really just excited for tomorrow's game, because it's the first time in a long time where we are actually have the momentum on our side.
And also for Elise, it's just like Core, you talk about we need more. This, me and Core, we've been talking about this for years.
Mm-hmm.
Bayern needs people. We need more of. We always call for these Bayern players to be more effective, to be more clinical. I think Elise is just one of these guys. I think some players just have it more than others, training or not. I think Elise is just one of these guys where you're getting a combination of someone who's a very good footballer, and you're also getting someone who's just freaking effective. He's kind of like, I think he has more tech. I think he's a better footballer than Cole Palmer. But what makes Cole Palmer amazing? Cole Palmer is damn effective. Every game since he's been at Chelsea, discount the penalties.
And clutch.
Penalties, how many assists did Cole Palmer have this season? So Olise, I'm seeing this season so far is that this guy could be, if he's having a bad footballing day for us, I could still see him being effective for us, providing assists, creating something out of nothing. That's why I kind of feel like we need that against Leverkusen, because Serge Gnabry, cool, you've started the season off very well. And I think Gnabry, I'm not going to say 2020 Gnabry's back, but he's definitely playing the best football he's been playing in 3 years. But
don't let your fool
Gnabry
guy
ready? Because remember, Gnabry was he was injured for basically a year. He sacrificed his hamstrings for us for Arsenal and Real Madrid. He literally sacrificed.
And he has a lot of purple patches. Let's be real. It's not like we've seen something like that. We've seen something like before that. That he scores a lot of goals for like 5 matches, and then for the next 12 he's gone.
But what I will say about Gnabry though, I do think, yes, he has purple patches, but I do think he does look fitter. He looks faster. He looks more confident on the ball. So I'll give him that. But I just think for a guy who's played such little football, and a guy compared to Olise who's playing in the Premier League last season, played the Olympics, has started so well, is Gnabry ready physically for this game? I feel like he might not be ready for this game physically.
I also don't think so.
But I will say this: one player who definitely should not start, and I'm telling you, if he starts, this guy will lose in this game. You know who I'm talking about, right, guys?
Sane.
Yeah, of course. Bro, please.
I mean,
please.
Sane, he just got fit. I don't think he will start. I think he can be a sub, and I think as a sub he can be effective. I mean, but with Sane, it's all about moments.
He needs to do more. Like, he is like, even he's behind Coman right now in pecking order.
Oh, really?
Behind Coman. I think so. I think it's Musiala, Olise, Gnabry. I think Muller's ahead of him. Coman's ahead of him. I think he's back there right now. He needs to do more.
And I can see him leaving in the next summer.
If he doesn't get more game time, probably.
Yeah.
But I want to know how AK sees Bayern, because we all watch Bayern a lot or have the Bayern bias.
AK, outside perspective, AK.
Yeah. How are you doing?
We're doing good. We're gonna win tomorrow.
Unfortunately, I might not sound the best because I believe there's something wrong with my power grid. So there's been a lot of power outages here. But
Hurricane Helena, whatever the
hell.
Yeah. You live in the US, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm Bayern. I think you beat Leverkusen, man. I haven't been impressed.
Relax. I've seen so many things, man. I've seen 3-0 Leverkusen. I've seen it all, man.
No, I think I'll say right now it's gonna be a comfortable victory. I think Bayern have too. Yeah. I think Bayern have too much in the attacking department. I think one thing that Leverkusen has not been as good this season is defensively. I think you can get at them. even when they've won games, I feel like it's been sort of scraping by in the last minute. Even when they beat Feyenoord 4-1, Feyenoord could have had a couple goals in that game. So I'll give it to Bayern. I think a point you talked about Elise is interesting, bro, because I think Elise is personally has been the best signing of the season for me. I mean, in terms of the
No,
way
no, relax, relax, please. I don't. You're giving me nightmares, yo. You're giving me.
Which signing has been better than Olise so far?
Honestly, I like the Sterling signing.
Did you say Dennis Undav? In terms of, I mean, he signed permanently for Stuttgart, but he was also the last season there. You could consider him, maybe.
Who? Oh, Dennis Undav.
Dennis Undav.
Oh yeah. He's been a good signing too. Yeah.
But
I don't count that though because he was on loan already at
yeah,
Stuttgart.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. What I was thinking about. But yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. So I think Elise, yeah, I think he's been the best signing. I mean, it's interesting that France didn't call him up. France only called him up when he went to Bayern Munich, considering he was just as good at Crystal Palace. But it is what it is. But I think Gnabry has been quite surprisingly good. And defensively, you guys have not let any team really, penetrate you defensively. So I think you're looking good. And Leverkusen, for me, I know, they have that juju and all of that stuff. And, it would be nice to see Samasi get angry on the post match, but I do think Bayern are going to win.
God, relax.
Didn't you send the link to Samasi? Okay.
She's not a Bayern fan. She left.
She's a United
To be
fan.
honest,
She left, bro.
She abandoned. We got a black manager. She left.
Corey, I only will accept you as a real Bayern fan if we win the Champions League this year. Because if it's so, yeah,
I'm a
Samasi
Bayern
left.
realist. I'm a Bayern realist.
I don't know. I'm not totally. You're too pessimistic as a Bayern fan, I would say. But
Yeah, no, because I say the truth. Look, honestly, right? I've watched this game for a long time. I know how it is. Unless someone beats Real Madrid, no one is getting that trophy. I'm going to be honest with you right now, man. That's just me being a realist. So, I mean, it's not that I hate Bayern. I just want them to. I want them to do well, But all in all, I had a combined 11 guys for this game.
Do you want me to pull up a site, or do you want to just say it? I can pull up a site for it.
Okay, pull up a site.
Oh yeah.
Lineup.
Have you watched the Dortmund game? How did they play?
We're gonna talk about.
I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch it, man.
Those freaking bums, bro. We're gonna talk about that, man.
But it's
so.
They also, beat us last season. Bochum is, I think, every time it's such a difficult game for every big
game. Yeah,
club.
Yeah. Last year away, we lost to them.
Yeah, I think that was right after the Leverkusen game. But yeah, Dortmund. I'm interested to see if Nuri Sahin lasts a season, or if they call Edin Terzic back.
I mean, what do you guys think of him though? I mean, I know he lost to Stuttgart, but I mean, what do you think? What do you think he's gonna have to do to keep his job? That's the question.
We'll get to Dortmund. Let's do the combined 11.
So my goalkeeper, honestly, is Haradecky.
Over Neuer, bro. Are you serious?
Nah, not over Neuer.
Let's be honest, man.
Core.
I mean, you can pick Neuer. You can pick Neuer, but Neuer is a liability.
I think I wasn't at the hangout where we talked about testing because I wanted to make that point when I listened to it. Mm-hmm. This Neuer guy, he broke his foot, came back, became one of the best. He got skin cancer, came back and was one of the best in the world. And then he broke his leg during a ski trip and came back and was one of the best. I mean, even at the Euros, people doubted him here in Germany. I still remember there was a lot of talk of, should Neuer or just Ing start? So yeah, no, it has to be Neuer for me. If he plays tomorrow, yeah.
I don't know how to
Has to
remove
be.
Hradecki. I'm now lost.
Oh, just click the pencil. Click the pencil, and you can.
Okay,
I mean, we'll agree to disagree. It is what it is.
All right. I don't know. I can't do Neuer on his day is always going to be better than Hradecki. Yeah, I
mean,
can't.
even Radetzky would say that.
Yeah, he would say it himself. Okay, center backs. I would go Upamecano and well, I think Ta is still their best center back.
Nah, get
Please
that bum out
don't
here.
put the chicken feet
Who
in the
does Tar play along? Tapsoba or?
Tapsoba and
let's
Hincapie,
chicken.
right? Or Tapsoba and Kosuno left.
They're free at the back. Yeah.
Because
Please.
Kosuno left, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, to Atlanta. I will say Ty and Hinkapi. I think that's a better combination than Kim and Upamecano. Those guys are just trash. Sorry.
Hincapie is, I think Hincapie is one of the up and because Hincapie is very young. Hincapie is like 22, 21 years
That guy's
old.
a bum, man. That guy is a genuine bum, man.
Hincapie?
Yes,
Oh no!
yes,
Don't
that guy's
do
a
that.
bum. I don't like
Don't
that
do
guy at
that.
all.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
That Tapsoba is their best center back.
Upamecano and Tapsoba.
I just hope
I
Upamecano
think
tomorrow doesn't make a mistake.
And Tapsoba. Ty and Tapsoba.
no,
Bro, Ty
come
has
on.
been so amazing, bro. You guys put too much disrespect on him, man. Don't put headless chicken there.
has been good, but I do think Upamecano. We're going off this season. We're not taking into account last season. Right now, who's the better center back? Upamecano has been one of the best center backs since June, since the Euro started. So I'm going Upamecano. We could go Tar Tapsoba.
I want Ty and Tapsoba. That's my personal opinion.
I think that's fine. I would say, yeah.
Tar and Tapsoba.
You can never trust Upamecano in big games. I'll be honest.
But let's be real. Tar wasn't also that good in the Euros. I think.
So should I go
it's still good.
Tar or Upamecano?
I think that's fine. Upamecano Tapsoba. Sorry.
Yeah, Upamecano Tapsoba. I think Ta hasn't been as strong to start the season, in my opinion. I don't think he's been as good, but this is his chance to kind of re-announce himself in the Bayern game. Okay, right back. It's Frimpong. It's Kimmich. It's Guerrero. It's who are we putting at right back? Limer. Who?
Kimmich.
No, Grimaldo.
Grimaldo's left back.
Oh no, Frimpong. Sorry, Frimpong.
Yeah, because I would put Kimmich in midfield.
Yeah, Frimpong.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think Frimpong still plays like a right wing back mostly. If I'm not wrong.
He does.
Yeah.
It's between him and Guerrero. I think we might see for Bayern. I think we might see Guerrero at right back more if Stanisic keeps getting injured. But I'll go. Yeah, Frimpong. Now left back. It's
Grimaldo.
You can't. Although I don't think,
I want to. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think he's been as strong this season, but still, Grimaldo.
The key passes this guy gives is amazing, bro. And I think he'll be the X factor of this game. He'll be the one to really change the game for Leverkusen because he's a very good specialist. A piece specialist.
Okay, now midfield.
Yeah, Kimmich Xhaka.
I think you can't argue against this. Kimmich Xhaka. I don't see how you could argue against this in a combined 11.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe Andrish has some things to say, but I don't know. Xhaka and Kimmich, I think, probably the two best midfielders in the Bundesliga, like overall.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No.
Okay.
I would agree.
The 10. The front. Okay, Kane or Boni? Let's get this one. Kane or Boniface?
Boniface.
Harry Kane.
No.
Kane or Boniface?
That's a curse. He's a curse. He doesn't show up in these big games. I'm telling you, tomorrow I think he's gonna ghost because in big games he doesn't show up. I'm sorry, man. He's a curse.
He scored against Leverkusen once in the first game.
That doesn't count.
But
That doesn't
to be honest,
it's a Bundesliga.
but Core, I would rather
doesn't count.
Core. I would rather have like a Kane have a stinker and I don't know Musiala have a amazing game than the other way around because I think like if Kane can have a bad game and still score 2 or 3 penalties, like, for example, doesn't yeah. So I don't think Kane has to be that great. If he scores a tap in, which I don't know leads us to a 1-0 win, that's fine. But I would say Boniface, Ian.
Boniface, yeah. Boniface.
Yeah, I would because I think I'm more impressed of his performances than Kane.
He might even win the top scorer this season for Bundesliga.
Because with Kane, I mean, even the game against Bremen, he was alright. I would say. It was like a 7 out of 10. I haven't seen a 10 out of 10 from Kane where I would say
Muller there. You have to put Muller there.
I'm sorry, Muller is not in a combined 11 these days.
Muller is not.
Wow.
I think this is fair. Olise versus Musiala. I think.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the best. That's a pretty good team.
How much Leverkusen? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Leverkusen, 5 Bayern.
Yeah.
Kanye, would you say Kane or what? Kane over Boniface?
Bro, Boniface is just. I do think Boniface is not as clinical as Kane. I'm confident saying that. I don't think he's as clinical as Kane.
He is.
I don't think so, but I think Boniface as a striker because Kane, he gives you so much dropping in deep, defending, spraying balls out to Musiala, Olise, Gnabry, Sané, Coman, whoever it is, Muller. But I think from what I want from a striker, when I think of a striker, I don't need someone all the time, dropping back and creating. If I have a team like this where I have a Olise, Wirtz, and Musiala, stay the fuck forward. Don't be defending, bro. Stay forward. And Boniface for this team, if this is a real team we were constructing and we could go to the Champions League with this team, I would prefer Boniface because Boniface, when he gets that ball, you can't get it off him. He dribbles with the ball. He is a physically, he is a bigger presence than Harry Kane. 100%. He's physically a bigger presence than Harry Kane.
But one thing I will say is I like what Boniface does because he creates space for his other teammates. And not only that, like just him being on the pitch too, you could see that sometimes when on his day, he's just he's an elite striker. Boniface, one thing is he's very good at attacking 1v1. Like he can dribble past a defender 1v1. He has the silk, he has the football IQ.
He does.
And one thing too is
Core, how many strikers can we say that about? That are good at 1v1?
Exactly. Me personally, if I was Boniface after this season, after he wins the Bundesliga with Leverkusen, he should go to Chelsea. I think Chelsea need a striker like him because
Core, didn't you hear what he said today? He doesn't want to go to Premier League. He likes
He already raised.
Okay. Then if it's Spain, right? If it's really Spain, then he should go to Madrid. He should go to Real Madrid.
I agree.
Yeah.
He takes some back shots position.
Yeah, if he wants to. No. Because if he really wants to win a Champions League, Real Madrid is the perfect club to win a Champions League. If he doesn't want to go to England.
I mean, AJ will look like
Boniface,
this.
For Boniface, this is the thing for Boniface, his future. Let's talk about Boniface's future because I don't think he would leave. Oh crap, wrong one. I don't think he would leave at the end of this season. I think he'll stay another season. If Xabi Alonso stays, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And
no, he's not staying. Xabi Alonso is not staying. He's going to Real Madrid next summer.
Maybe.
It's obvious.
Even if Xabi Alonso leaves to Madrid, I think he would take Wirtz with him, and I think he would try to take 2 or 3 of these Leverkusen guys to Real Madrid. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
He would want to. Yeah. I think if I'm thinking of Xabi Alonso, who he would take to Madrid, there's 3 guys on my mind. He would take Grimaldo, he would take Boniface, he would take Wirtz. Those are the 3 guys he would push Real Madrid to sign.
No Frimpong?
Who?
Frimpong?
They're getting Trent.
I don't think so. I don't think Frimpong.
I don't think Frimpong Listen, Frimpong is great, but I don't think Frimpong is as technically gifted as Grimaldo. I think Grimaldo fits. Grimaldo, I have more confidence in Grimaldo going to La Liga and performing better. Although I could see because Real Madrid need a right back. Carvajal is going to run out of steam.
He's getting old. Yeah.
But focusing everything on Trent.
But I don't think that's smart because I think what makes Carvajal so good and the reason why Carvajal's worked for Real Madrid is that he's a defensively solid right back.
Yeah.
I think they would want to replace him with someone who is defensive. Because, dude, look at how Real Madrid fans
like defensively solid nowadays.
Not Trent. I feel like there's definitely better defensive.
Trent is more like a wing back, you know.
But Frimpong too, to be honest. Frimpong isn't, that defensive monster if you think about it. Yeah.
No, but I'll be honest.
But for Boniface, say, I think Xabi Alonso. It kind of really depends. The whole Xabi Alonso Real Madrid thing. If Ancelotti goes and wins another Champions League, bro, or he wins the league title. It goes back to back. I think they'll stick with him and they say, oh, Real Madrid heritage, this and that. But say they don't win a Champions League in La Liga, I think Ancelotti leaves. I think they will go all in for Alonso. But for Boniface, we have to think about the Bayern perspective too. Harry Kane, how much longer do we have Harry Kane for at this level, this goal-scoring level? Boniface is a guy I would have Bayern be, contacting his agent now and letting him know, hey, in a year or two, we might want him.
Bayern don't have that pool no more, bro. Like, I'm going to be honest.
We just signed Olise.
No. Hold up. Look, I agree. We just signed Olise, but Olise is nowhere in the levels of the Verts, the likes of the Vinicius Juniors and Jude Bellinghams. He's nowhere near that. I still need time to really analyze him. The thing is, right? I get where Boniface is going with the statement where he says, Germany and Spain is better than England. But at the moment in world football right now, can you guys tell me the three best teams in world football right now? Right now, it is Man City number one. Real Madrid number one. Number two, Man City. Number three, Leverkusen. Number four, Arsenal. Those are the four teams.
But
no, Arsenal's not.
No.
I'm serious.
Even get Leverkusen.
I'm serious.
In our banter season, Core, in our banter season, we outclassed Arsenal in 180 minutes of football.
And for Leverkusen,
outclassed them.
I'm saying the best project is in England. All the best products, like if you look at it, for example, right, you want to get a name, you want to get recognized and so forth. You're not going to get recognized in La Liga unless you're playing for a Real Madrid or a Barcelona. You're not going to get recognized like that. You're only going to get recognized if, let's say, for example, you play for in England, you play for Man City, because Man City, they have that money, they have that pull. We don't have that
because
no more.
Because at City you will be labeled, if you work on the Pep, and let's be real, most of the players, they will be Pep's bitch. Because let's be honest, if Bernardo Silva goes somewhere else and performs like this, it's more down to Bernardo Silva. It's not all we're saying because of Pep and stuff like that. For example, for Florian Wirtz, Kage, I don't know if Florian Wirtz goes to Madrid, to be honest, because they have Arda Güler. Let's be real, and
other players, yeah,
that's a real talent. And I think the prospect of him, of Florian Wirtz playing with a friend of his like Jamal Musiala, I think they're really close. I think is an attractive choice.
That's true. If I'm giving the favorites for, because I think this is Florian Wirtz's last season at Leverkusen, so I'm confident about that. I think he has to move on now and get up there. If I have a list of the favorites, it's Bayern. It's who after Bayern?
Man City.
Bro, it could be Man City.
Yeah.
No, because Man City is about to sell De Bruyne in the summer. They're going to. That I can see Musiala even leaving.
No, of course not.
No, seriously. No. Look. Let me tell you why, bro.
Don't speak that in existence.
No.
I don't even want that spoken into existence.
Am I wrong?
have you seen the tweet where I think Jamal Musiala or his management demanded 5 points from Bayern that
Yeah,
have to be done? And I
yeah.
think this transfer window, and if well, we don't know how the season will go, but let's say I don't know, company wins the double and goes far in the Champions League. I think someone like Jamal Musiala will say, okay, hey,
Relax
we
with
have a
that one.
coach.
Relax with that one.
we have a we have a coach and we have a concept. We have a project here where maybe in a year or 2 years time, if let's say alongside of Ulisse, someone like Florian Wirtz will join, other players will join. I think he would probably think, okay, hey, I have a chance to win something here. And let's be real, Bayern, like no other club, would give him the keys into becoming the successor of a really legendary player in terms of Thomas Müller. He will be, I think, Jamal Musiala will be, or could be the next in terms of next biggest name in that team. Or you could also already say he is.
He already
Besides
is, to
K,
be honest. He's
yeah,
certified
and
starter. Like even when
that
Jamal Musiala plays bad, I
yeah,
think he's one of these players where just play him, he's gonna give you moments. I
and
feel
that
like
doesn't happen if he goes to City, if he goes to Madrid, if he
you're
goes to Barca.
dispensable. You're
Yeah,
dispensable. Actually, if he goes
you
to
know,
Barca,
yeah.
he would be indispensable. Like Barca need a player like that. But if you go to City Real Madrid, bro, you're always dispensable.
But even if he goes to Barca, he will be number two to Lamine Yamal because
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal is out of La Masia,
Yeah,
and
he can
that's
be the face of Bayern.
yeah,
That's why I think he will stay because I think Jamal Musiala is one of these players. If you see, like he always says, he wants to win Ballon d'Or, he wants to be best player in the world. He has these aspirations. You can't do
yeah,
that when you're
yeah.
number two somewhere, bro.
I mean,
When Neuer and Muller, I think Muller will retire at the end of the season, and I think Neuer probably in a season or two, maybe one more season after this. When those
yeah,
two guys are gone, Musiala, you are the face of Bayern. You and Kimmich are the face of this club.
yeah. And there is no bigger attacking superstar than him. Like, and let's say if Florian Wirtz joins, I think they could have recreate something like Arjen Robben and Franck Ribéry had in
Yeah.
terms of being those two guys that you just they that symbolize Bayern Munich in a certain way.
Bro, think of that.
Um,
Think of that front three or that three behind the striker. You have
yeah,
Musiala on the left, Verts in the middle, Olise on the right side.
that's
Bro,
crazy.
Bro, I'll be honest. If I'm Bayern, I'm not going for Wirtz at all.
why?
Bro, there's you know who I would go for.
Who?
You go next season, you go to Real Madrid, and say
Rodrigo.
we'll give you 80 million for Rodrigo.
So
Rodrigo
so
left, Musiala middle, Elise right, with
the
a striker up top.
the thing is, Okage also with that, and you could do the whole Iron Robin narrative in terms of Iron Robin was also at Madrid. He wasn't wanted. Let's be real. Like I think he left when Cristiano Ronaldo joined, and I don't think Rodrigo is as appreciated at Madrid as he would be maybe if he joined a club like Bayern or PSG or any other club. Because I think he could be probably the second biggest name in our uh, team if he joins us, or even the first in terms of because he's Brazilian. He has the followership, stuff like that.
Yeah, but Bayern
Okay.
needs some South Americans, man.
I could see the AK, the way I see that happening is if this happens. Xabi Alonso goes to Real Madrid next year. He is not a fan of Rodrigo because I think at a certain point, from what I've seen with Xabi Alonso's system, he needs he likes his individuals, but he likes his team players. I think he tried to get rid of some of those individual guys. Say he goes into Real Madrid, I think he would say, okay, I don't like Rodrigo. I want to get rid of him. I think he would bring in a Florian Wirtz to replace him. Then I would say, bro, 80, 90 million for Rodrigo. Get him in right now. We have the
Yeah,
money. Bayern always has the money, 80 million. We've already shown that. Then I would agree, but I don't know. I think Wirtz's ceiling is higher than Rodrigo's, in my opinion. I
They're
really think so.
different players.
What was
I think
that?
They're different players. Rodrigo's
They
a
are,
winger.
but
yeah.
they are, but
Yeah.
I think Rodrigo, he could play on the left and right, but I think Verts already shows that he could play left, middle, and right. I just feel like and the thing with Bayern is, this might sound like xenophobic or something, but it's not really xenophobic. I really think Bayern should not stray away from the fact that the best German players should be playing for Bayern. And Wirtz is going to be the face of the German national team with Musiala. He needs to be at Bayern. I don't want him to take the Cruz route. I don't want him to take the Toni Kroos route where he goes to Real Madrid. I want him to be the face of Bayern with Jamal Musiala.
I mean, it was Uli Hoeneß who said that Bayern's standard is also to have the most German national team players. Like they want to. You could say secretly that the German national team is actually a FC Bayern team. You know, the B team, almost like. So yeah, that's the kind of aspect. But yeah, I think it all just depends. Also, I don't know if we could convince someone like Rodrigo to leave Spain. It's, I think, always difficult to convince those South Americans to leave Spain, because with Ian Robben, I mean, he's Dutch. It's way easier as a Dutch person to learn German than it is for a Brazilian.
Yeah.
It's culturally also not, he's probably closer to Spain culturally than Germany.
But I will say, if Rodrigo is to leave Real Madrid, because I do think, Real Madrid, I don't think Real Madrid fans really appreciate him the way he should be. The amount of contribution he gives to their squad.
Yeah,
the fact that people don't really talk about it, but he's literally his strongest position is left wing. He's been playing right wing for 2 or 3 seasons, literally sacrificing his best position. Yeah. When I think of teams, Rodrigo would go to. Nothing in Serie A. Serie A is dead. Inter does not have that pull. He would not go to Barcelona. He would not pull a Figo. I don't think so. They have Lamine Yamal anyway.
Well, no, that would be crazy.
He could take the left side, but I just don't think
he's not that type of guy, man.
I don't think he'd do that. And in the Premier League, Man United's not the same anymore. Chelsea's a mess. Arsenal
could get him.
Arsenal could get him, but I really think Bayern's appeal is much bigger than the Arsenal appeal.
I think the only one that rivals him or that will rival Bayern in terms of Rodrigo would be maybe someone like PSG, because he would probably be the biggest star there. I mean, name wise, who do they have?
PSG would be an option. I think the PSG thing is, if PSG would have a lot easier time pulling in players like, the Rodrigos, if they had already won a Champions League by now.
Because PSG have Barcola, man. He's not going there.
Yeah, and Barcola, I think I was doubtful of Barcola last season. I think Mbappe was holding that guy back. I think he's playing in his strongest position now, and Barcola is literally like.
Did you see the goal he scored? Did you see the goal he scored today against? I think it was Roma.
He scored 2.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it. I have to watch it later.
Yeah,
but Barcola.
All of a sudden, Barcola is a future face of the French national team. I really could see it. So his spot, he would be in competition for the left wing spot again. At Bayern, because here's the thing. If we get Rodrigo, if we would go for a Rodrigo over Wirtz, then it would mean Musiala will be our number 10 for the years to come, and he would occupy that left side. And then you have Olise on the right side, whatever. So Olise, Gnabry, whatever the hell you want. But with Wirtz, I think you have more variability on how you could set up your attacks. So, but would Rodrigo really leave Real Madrid? Would he? I don't think he would, bro. I don't.
I mean, it's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Do we know when his contract ends? What's his contract?
I think I read once that was like a 1 billion release clause or 800 million release clause.
Hell no, bro. Heck
no.
No.
Look, Rodrigo. I think the only place he's going is Man City. That's the only place he's going. I don't see him going anywhere else, because the direct competitors to Real Madrid is City. That is the 2 teams right now that are direct competitors. The other teams, they are not in it. You understand? So honestly, for me, I think Rodrigo and Pep would make a lot of sense. I think that is a move where you can see, because right now, who do they have? They have Jack Grealish in that position. Who
Jack,
I don't rate him. I don't rate Jack Grealish. I don't rate the Doku. Doku is good. Don't get me
He's
wrong.
a
Doku is
shifty
really good.
shift
But
merchant.
the problem with Doku is he's too raw. The football IQ is not there.
He's
bro,
way too
Doku. You know who Doku?
predictable.
Doku. I was saying this on Twitter. Doku is Belgian Kingsley Coman. Doku is
Bro, he's
Belgian
a
Kingsley
shifty
Coman.
shift merchant, bro. He only has
I,
one move, the
um,
shifty shift.
I
No, that's the
mean,
thing.
even
AK, if we're being serious, Kingsley Coman, I love him. Great player, scored the Champions League. Coman will take all these guys on just like Doku, and then his cross will, go into orbit. And then every 1 or 2 months, he'll score a goal or two, and people say,
Mhm.
"Oh my God, we're gonna get, productivity, effectivity out of these guys." Then he goes, dribbles everyone, and then sends his cross to Saturn, bro. It's
Oh,
just
but
like,
he's a good player. He's a very good. Don't get me wrong. He's a very good player, but he needs to still improve in certain things. For like example, like the IQ, the decision making, those type of things. He's my honestly, guys. I know you guys don't know. He's my Ghanaian brother, and I wish he was playing for my national team because he would have been amazing.
or he chose Belgium. He chose Belgium.
He chose Belgium. He chose Belgium over. I hate that, but I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But he's a very good
not.
player.
I think
Very
Or
very good player.
the
isn't
thing
Donnarumma at
is,
risk of
I
not
even
making
think
it?
he would have fit the Bayern system. I think he would have fit the Bayern system. I'll be honest, because the way Bayern play, they play with
No, or
wingers.
I can't.
You know?
I've had enough of Kingsley Coman. I can't have another Kingsley Coman, bro. I'm sorry.
No. But Doku's actually better than Coman.
I
He's
don't.
a much younger Kingsley Coman.
I
That's
don't.
what I'm trying to say.
I don't think he's better than Coman. I don't think so.
No, I'm saying if we were going to get rid of Coman, it would be better for us to get.
but Coman is only that bad because of injuries. I mean, before the injuries, I still remember his debut season or the season after.
Yeah,
He was really good, you know.
yeah.
And if Doku is already that bad without injuries, and let's
Hmm.
be real, it doesn't look like Pep is getting the best out of him. To be honest, he doesn't look like a Pep player. He looks to me like, I don't know, playing in a
Let
more yeah
Counter-attacking system.
let
yeah.
Barcelona have him. Let Barcelona.
Oh, I see.
Barca, you can take him. I don't want him. Let Barca have him, bro. To
Then
be
he
honest,
would
I
fit in
think
Real
Barca getting
Madrid from
Luis
what you
Diaz.
guys are saying. He would fit in Real Madrid.
would Barca get Luis Diaz, bro? I'm not convinced on Luis Diaz, bro. We do this all the bro. Luis Diaz had a good 1 or 2 months, and then he ghosts.
yeah.
He's done it for
I
2
Yeah.
seasons.
I
I'm
agree.
not sold. I'm not sold. I'm telling you right now, I'm not sold on this Luis Diaz shit.
One purple patch moment was because of his dad getting kidnapped. If his dad wasn't getting kidnapped,
That's crazy.
he wouldn't be
That's
playing
crazy.
that good that time.
That's crazy.
I mean, playing for your family does increase your
That's
performance.
crazy.
Yeah, lying. Yeah, lying.
Bro,
But
remember Luis Diaz, bro?
honestly,
Everyone was calling Luis Diaz a bum at that time. Remember, bro
Yeah,
was barely scoring, was
yeah.
bench, I think, at that point. Like he was a nobody. He was trash.
He was benched
yeah.
by Nunes.
There you go, bro.
But
Raul
honestly,
Jimenez eventually.
honestly, he's more of a street footballer. I think the reason why I'm saying he would fit Barcelona is, Barcelona, they used to have players with skill. I think that's what he has. He has players with skill. You understand?
I agree with this. Barca will be looking at Boniface after this
Yeah,
season.
yeah. After
Barca
I
should
think
get
this is
Holland.
Haaland. Oh, I mean,
That's
it
also,
would
They
fit
bro.
get
into
relegated.
the.
Barca should get Holland.
I don't,
I mean,
bro.
the.
Let's be honest. Nothing's gonna happen to City in those trials. I'm telling you, bro. Nothing's gonna happen, bro. I'm telling you
Didn't
right
they?
now.
Wasn't there, a tweet that said that City kind of succeeded in their trials?
Yeah,
There was a.
they had like a big mic drop or something at the trial where like they dunked on the other motherfuckers. What do you call it? The prosecutors who are trying to take
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
They like dunked on them somehow. That's what I heard.
No.
Nothing's happening in the city. Nothing's happening.
Uh,
Bro, don't even. I'm not even getting my hopes up at all. Although, if I'm being honest, I would want something to happen because that bald ass Pep needs to come back to Bayern and win a Champions League still for me to put him as the GOAT manager. But
No,
nothing's gonna
the thing is, the thing is, I think this time around, if he would have come back, I think he could win. He could really win the Champions League. But back then, I think the big problem was he was overthinking. He was overthinking everything too much, especially those semifinals against those Spanish sides. Every time, I kind of thought always we got into an inferiority complex in terms of, I mean, it wasn't like we were treble winners not that long ago, and he always, catered to these other sides. Like, of course, once it was MSN, Barca, okay, but yeah. I'm also excited to see what's going to happen in the Derby Madrileno. Madrileno. I'm not good at Spanish. I'm not going to try it like HH. Yeah, speaking of fake as Spanish. But yeah, I'm excited about the Madrid Derby too because with Mbappe gone, I think it's this weekend.
Yeah, shit, it is this weekend. What the
hell? The racism derby.
The racism derby. Derby. Okay, before we go to Dortmund, I want to do score predictions. I've thought very hard about this. I'm gonna go 3-2 Bayern. 3-2 Bayern win. Core. Core's asleep.
Core do
it's 6:30. How you asleep?
Cole will probably do a HH, reverse psychology stuff like that. I must say, I also wanted to say 3-2. Do you know what? I say 4-2 because I think because we are such good scoring form. I must say it's going to be a close game, but in the last 20 to 50 minutes we will score 2 more than Leverkusen. Yeah.
AK.
2-0 Bayern.
Clean sheet, dude. If we get a clean sheet, then I'm looking at this Bayern team different. If we get a clean sheet, I have no faith in it. But bro, if we get a clean sheet, we might clear the Champions League phase. Barcelona won't touch us, bro. I'm telling you, Barcelona will touch us.
Are we saying company dunked on Xabi Alonso if he gets a clean sheet at 2-0?
Bro, not many people keep clean sheets at Leverkusen, so we'll see. But bro, did anyone watch Dortmund today?
I didn't watch the game. I just saw the game, the goals.
I caught it here and there.
Those guys, like Dortmund.
Gregor Kobel.
Bro, Gregor Kobel is just another one of these keepers who is so good at shot stopping. But bro, remember in Tuchel's first game, Bayern versus Dortmund?
Yeah.
Remember the mistake he made where he went to come kick the ball and he missed the ball and we scored? It's just Kobel is one of these idiots that will do just the most unthinkable mistake.
Yeah,
ever.
he makes the what ifs true. Like I always think of if when I see someone passing back to the goalkeeper, I always think, why does that never happen that they just miss the ball? When they're trying to kick it back.
Yeah.
And Gregor Kobel is an example of I'll show you what the what if looks like. But yeah,
he says hold my beer, bro. He says hold my beer literally because today against Bochum, no pressure. No pressure, just boot it out. And he gets caught somehow in possession, tries to turn the player. Boom, 2-0. Okay, now Dortmund came back 4-2, whatever. Guirassy got 2 goals. Felix Nemchak got like a really BS goal. And who scored the other one? I'm forgetting who scored the other one. Who? I don't know who, but they won 4-2. Dortmund. Okay, wait. I wanted to bring up the Bundesliga table because I thought Dortmund had already dropped a couple points here and there, but Dortmund is not that far off of us. Let me pull up the table. So I don't know, because remember last year, Dortmund wouldn't actually be in the Champions League if it wasn't for us clinching that 5th spot. If it wasn't for Leverkusen clinching the 5th spot for the Bundesliga, Dortmund would be a Europa. they would be a Europa League team this year.
Or you could even say if they didn't win against us in the Allianz. I still remember that game.
Yeah,
The what was it, 2-0, 2-1 or stuff like that.
bro.
But
That I forgot about that. I repressed that game. I repressed that game in my memory. That was so Tuchel, man.
Wait.
I'm never gonna
Hi.
miss Tuchel. I'm never gonna miss Tuchel. I'm telling you right now.
But yeah, the thing with Dortmund, I just seen a clip on Twitter where I think it was Louis Shine was having a training session, and he said, "Oh, we're not going to play long balls and stuff like that." I just hope this guy doesn't, stick to the Pep style and wants to play this way and stuff like that, because you can get caught out, especially with I don't know who did play as Süle. Süle is probably the main center back alongside Schlotterbeck.
I think
I
he
don't
no
trust.
he prefers Anton and Schlotterbeck.
Yeah.
Sula didn't start today. I think that's probably because of the 5-1. Sula didn't start today.
Wait, Nicolas Sula still plays?
Yeah.
Okay,
He lost weight.
Sula, I think he lost 10 kilos in the summer.
Yeah, he
Respect.
lost 10 kilos in the
Big
summer. Yeah.
So
Yes.
Sula,
He stopped
Sula
the
is
Big
not
Mac
gonna.
diet.
He's not Big Mac. Sula won't be the
Yeah,
guy.
Big Mac, man.
Yeah, Big Mac. Sula isn't the guy they're depending on. I think they sold Hummels because he was I guess I didn't even know the dressing room problems are happening at Dortmund with Hummels and Eden Terzic, but Schlotterbeck is supposed to be the leader of this defense. He's supposed to be the guy they're trusting for the future.
He can't be a leader.
He can't, bro. Schlotterbeck is a guy that I think.
Can we also talk about FC25? I think it came out today or something like that.
Or I am not talking about FC25.
No, it dropped today. Like it actually dropped today.
I retired from FIFA 4 years ago.
You still play FIFA, man?
I retired from that.
I don't play. I just think we should talk about it.
Bro, it's the same
you
game.
Do you have the same button as HH?
You were trying to sell me 3 years ago. You were trying to sell me on eFootball, the BS PES game. You were trying to sell me on
but it's good on mobile. It's good on mobile. Try it out on mobile.
Mobile, it's like playing on the Wii. What are you talking about on mobile? Mobile is Wii level football.
Yeah. It's good.
I would stick to Football Manager. That's the most fun.
Yeah, Football Manager 2 is pretty good.
I want to get into Football Manager, but I don't have like a strong computer. I'm not running my Mac. The computer
Football Manager doesn't need like a strong computer.
It doesn't need. Yeah.
AK. I am on a 2014 MacBook Air. This thing took me through high school. This thing took me through high school. This thing took me through college. 10 years of wear and tear, viruses. No way this thing can run Football Manager. No way. I don't trust it. No.
Maybe Okada, we should introduce like a Dubs goal on HH channel for you to get a new laptop. Like
for real.
Maybe we should.
I need some money. But listen, Dortmund. My expectation for Dortmund this season is because I think Dortmund had a really good summer transfer window. I really do think. I think Gross for a short term 1 or 2 year midfielder who's in his prime was a good signing. Yankuto was a good signing. I think Jamie Bino Gittins is showing that he's going to be dangerous. That Duranville guy that they have, very dangerous player. I think Gurasi is going to be good. Dortmund, I think there's no excuses for Dortmund to not get in the Champions League spots.
Bino Gittins is a very good young player to watch this season alongside Barcola. I think you guys should pay attention to him.
Yeah, Bino Gittins. Really? I think Bino Gittins will get an England call up this season.
Yeah,
so that's some.
Yeah.
I don't know about Bino Gittins. I think he always performs when he is a sub, like mostly. But I haven't seen a lot from this season, so maybe he has improved.
Yeah, but for Dortmund, I think. Listen, if I'm ranking teams on strength, I think it's Bayern, it's Leverkusen. I think Leipzig.
Don't sleep on Frankfurt.
I think Leipzig is a stronger team than Dortmund. Frankfurt this season is looking very good. Like you just said.
Can I? You want to know my ranking? My ranking would be Leverkusen number 1, number 2. number 2 Bayern, and then number 3 Dortmund. That's my ranking for this season. I think those are the ones.
But look at First of all, I didn't realize Leipzig. I didn't realize Leverkusen is already on 9 goals conceded. That's crazy. Look at Dortmund, bro. 9 goals conceded already. They bought Anton. They brought in Guirassy. They only have 11 goals. Only 9 goals conceded. This. I think Leverkusen's defensive issues will resolve themselves at some point. But for Dortmund, it's how is your defense after a decade still not improving? Still always conceding 50 goals a season. That's disgusting, I think, for Dortmund. How are you guys still so bad defense? Because, bro, this season I think Ryerson is turning out to be a very good fullback. Schlotterbeck, all right, cool. They took Anton, Waldemar Anton from Stuttgart. I think Jan Kuto was a great signing. Like, how is your defense this bad?
Yeah, Jan Kuto's an attacking wingback, though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even from so far this season for Dortmund, they're not getting much out of their fullbacks, which is weird.
I think Waldemar Anton would turn out to be like a Nico Schultz. When they signed Nico Schultz, they signed Nico Schultz for a lot of money. That fast German fullback, and he never. I don't trust Waldemar Anton.
I thought it was good
because yeah, he was good, but also someone like Wagnermann was really good for Stuttgart last season. And I don't think he is someone who can, because I think Schlotterbeck needs someone alongside him who can lead him. Like he's a Varane, and he needs a Sergio Ramos. So
like, look how good Schlotterbeck played against Denmark with Rudiger next to him when he had to.
And even then he had one mistake. Like
he almost lost the ball while being comfortable in his own box. I remember.
Nah, I don't trust Dortmund because I also think midfield wise they aren't as great. I would say I still don't rate Felix Metscher. I don't know. I think they signed him for way too much money. Like I think 40 to 30 million, something like that.
That was way too much.
That's way too much. I don't think he's that good. I think attacking wise they have a lot of weapons, but defensively they're just, I don't know. Does Ryerson play on the left or on the right?
He was playing right back today. Ryerson was playing. No, I think he was right back today because Jan Kuto was playing. Jan Kuto was playing left back.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
you know what Dortmund's issue is the midfield, Bupinder. It's definitely what you said. You know why? Because yes, last season they got to the Champions League final, but if you think of the names in that midfield, I think Pascal Gross was a very good signing. I really think so. But Sabitzer, Emre Can, Felix Nemcha, Semi Özcan, these guys are protecting. These guys are protecting your back line. They need under Klopp. Who was the midfielder under Klopp that was really protecting that back line? I'm forgetting his name.
Who did they have? Grosskreutz was a fullback. He played kind of a fullback role, I think. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I just think their midfield is really an issue here because you don't get a good enough midfield to protect your back line, and you're not getting a good enough midfield to transition defense to attack, getting the ball to Brandt's feet. The midfield, and the thing is, Dortmund doesn't have the pull to
it was one of the Bender twins. I don't know, Sven or Lars.
They had both, right? Sven and Lars were both at.
Yeah. But they don't have because also. I think it was last season also a problem. This season again, they build up with Emre Can, who always has a mistake in him, which is because I think you want Emre Can to play as an 8 because I think he's more of a dynamic player in terms of I think he can give you solid defensive work and solid offensive work. I don't think you don't want him to tuck in the back along with the center backs and play out the back.
Yeah,
you don't want that.
And I think for Dortmund, I don't think they'll ever be able to pull in like a Palinha or anything into the club. I think Pascal Gross. They only got Pascal Gross because Pascal Gross is like 30. He's a late bloomer. He's like 33, 34 years old. The thing with Dortmund is I think Dortmund won't have a truly world-class midfielder until they break lucky in their academy, like Bayern. Pavlovic, all of a sudden, 100%, I know Pavlovic will be a top 5 midfielder in the world for the next 10 years now. I know it. I've seen enough. The guy's freaking Dortmund needs someone to come out of their academy. Let's be honest, Dortmund's academy was never strong. They've never had they just buy young players. They just buy young players from other places. So they need to either get lucky with a really good scouting of a midfielder or some bum ass kid comes out of the academy.
No, the thing is, they should have just kept Terzic, bro. They should have just kept also for Terzic. To be honest, like he might have not played the best football and everything, but he took you back to your first ever Champions League. Ever since 1997, you won it. So I don't know why. And also the thing is, I think the reason why they sacked Terzic was because Terzic wanted some specific players, and I think the board did not want to fulfill those needs. You understand? That's why they probably said, "Oh, he can leave," But they should have kept him. I think would have, yeah.
And also the problem is with Dortmund, especially I think Dortmund fans, they live in the past. I mean, ever since Jurgen Klopp left, they always want to come back to their playing styles, and I don't think you can't have that with Edin Terzic. I think a coach who was really really good with them, but I think that the Dortmund fans scared him away kind of. Lucien Favre. Lucien Favre was such a good fit for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is also with those, they always look into the Bundesliga for the players. I've never seen them take a risk like they used to back in the day. I mean, Robert Lewandowski, he was on his way to what was it, Blackburn? I think. Yeah. No one knew him around that time, and they said, okay, hey, let's take a chance. And what happened? Came out of nowhere, and or someone like Neven Subotic, they don't take the risk anymore. And
Bellingham counts the risk.
Oh yeah,
the risk. Yeah, no one was.
But
I think people
but
knew.
Bellingham was already known. Yeah,
he was known.
Yeah, Bellingham was already known. Yeah, that's true.
I don't think people knew he was that good.
Yeah, that's true.
Even Haaland was a risk. Haaland was a risk when they got him from Salzburg.
He was a risk.
I mean, like the last 4 years. I think the last risk signing they took probably was Bellingham, and I think that they haven't done that because they. I mean, people say always, "Oh, Bayern buys the league, or buys the entire league, and can buy that player and that player."
I hate Dortmund buys so many more players from the Bundesliga. I swear.
And especially just average players, like average Bundesliga players. I mean, Mo Dahoud, who because of injuries, but yeah. I don't know with Dortmund, and the thing is, I mean, the last few years there was really not no other side besides Dortmund. Okay, Leipzig were the clear third team in the pecking order, but now we have a strong Frankfurt, we have a strong Stuttgart, and we have a strong Leverkusen, and you just see, okay, guys, you have to step your especially your management has to step up. And I think they just haven't.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see how long they will go with Nuri Sahin, because I think it was always known that it won't be as smooth sailing as it was with Jurgen Klopp, or Thomas Tuchel.
What type of coach is this Sahin guy?
What was that?
What type of coach is he?
I'll tell you. Okay, so the Dortmund, he's very much like attack. I don't think he understands. Well, I will say this about Dortmund's game today: they were pretty open in the back. He's definitely puts him up in a high line, wants him to attack, wants him to pin the other team in the other half. Like today, Dortmund, I will say this: Dortmund's attack is still just as strong. Like Dortmund created so many chances, and Bochum was defending really well, and eventually they just collapsed. They couldn't really maintain it. But Nuri Sahin, I think I can't really tell you exactly what his football is because it's only been a couple of games, but it's definitely an attacking style. It's not pragmatic or anything. He's not very conservative. He definitely pushes the Dortmund team to stay high up the field and pin other teams back. But yeah, I just don't know. Defensively, it's just I don't trust their defenders. I don't trust Schlotterbeck consistently. I think Schlotterbeck is good. I don't trust him as a leader. Anton, was it what did they sign him too early after he had one good season at Stuttgart? I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't get when you've made a Champions League final, and why would you sack Terzic? Now, I still don't understand the whole story about the Terzic leaving because I know there was the beef with Hummels and they had like a whole argument right before the Champions League final in the locker room.
I think Sebastian Kehl is the sporting director at Dortmund, and there was friction between Edin Terzic and Sebastian Kehl. There were transfer targets, as I heard. There were transfer targets of Edin Terzic that were preferred over those of Sebastian Kehl. And I think Sebastian Kehl made an ultimatum to the club in terms of, if you really trust in Edin Terzic to have the last say in those signings, I will leave. And I think the club decided they decided to hold on to Sebastian Kehl and not to Edin Terzic. And I think Edin Terzic maybe thought, he has a strong position in terms of, he went to the Champions League final and stuff like that.
But even then, I think Nuri Sahin is just a puppet manager. He's just gonna do whatever, Kehl and all these guys is gonna have their hand far up his ass and just, they do whatever they want. You follow what we say. Nuri Sahin is not going to challenge anyone at that club. He's not. He was assistant manager. He should technically still be playing. He retired super early. Like, he is not, someone who could make big calls or anything. He's not a, Thomas Tuchel comes to Bayern. Thomas Tuchel has a track record, got PSG to their only UCL final and won Chelsea a Champions League. He has a record to come and, make demands. Nuri Sahin can't demand anything. And I don't know.
Yeah, even someone like Niko Kovac or Julian Nagelsmann, who've been successful before with decent Bundesliga sides. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's why I think I saw people talking about it on Twitter. I think if Nuri Sahin doesn't survive, I don't know if Dortmund would look into him, but would they go to Niko Kovac? Maybe. Why not? I mean, who else?
I think but his last stint wasn't good. He was at Wolfsburg, and it was really, really disappointing. I think the perfect coach, in my opinion, would have been Ralf Hasenhüttl for Dortmund.
How about Glasner? Because I think Glasner also.
Or Glasner.
Glasner or Hasenhüttl. Or Glasner. I agree.
Yeah. Or Glasner. But Ralf Hasenhüttl plays also a offensive-minded football, but not like a Pep way. It's more of a Klopp way. Mm-hmm. I think that suits this Dortmund team a little bit more. If you want to play offensive football, of course. I don't think you can play out of the back with those players that you have at Dortmund. I don't think they're as reliable or as good on the ball. I think Schlotterbeck at the ball is decent, but he has mistakes in him, for example. Yeah. So, it's going to be good, interesting to see what happens to Dortmund.
Yeah. Well, that's all I want to talk about. So I think I'm just gonna end it here. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'm fucking nervous.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I'm freaking nervous for tomorrow. The thing is this, like, if we could just beat Leverkusen, all of a sudden we're already at a 6-point gap. And I think if we beat Leverkusen, I think we'll go on a decent run of games where we won't lose at all. Like, that will give us ultimate confidence, especially these players that got embarrassed at Leverkusen last season, if they could get I feel like this could be a mental little roadblock for your Davies, Kimmich, Kane. If they could get this win tomorrow and perform well, bro, I think I'm not even afraid of the Aston Villa game, the Barcelona game, that run of games we have. I'm not afraid for it. I'm ready for it, actually. I want to play those games. So,
and also for a company, it's huge. If he wins that, I think everyone in the club will stand behind him. I think still people doubt him, because of he Burnley tax and stuff like that. But if he gets a result, a really really good result against Leverkusen, a win, I think for even if we after that we lose 2 games in a row, he can still point to that game and say, "Hey, we beat Leverkusen." Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Think about it. Because I do think, come April, the only teams that will be in challenging for the title is Bayern and Leverkusen. If right now we could go,
it won't be us. We'll be third.
Of course.
I don't trust these players, bro.
No, I'm sorry. If we win tomorrow, we'll have 2 wins over them. They'll have 2 losses. We would be able to afford points dropped in the future. And I don't think Leverkusen is a team that they will drop a couple more times, drop points a couple more times this season. I know it, because last season, how many draws did they have? I think they had
they had a lot of draws.
They had a lot of draws. So if we could just get this win, that's 6 points ahead of them, bro. We're setting ourselves up to not be comfortable, but we're putting that distance there to the point where, we're in control of the league. Basically, it's up to us to lose the league. So,
and I think even last year, I think we weren't. After that Leverkusen game, I think we weren't at the top of the table or stuff like that. So if we beat Leverkusen, if we, let's say we go on a winning run of 3 or 4 games after that Leverkusen game, I've never seen Bayern lose a league lead.
No.
But guys, you have to remember, it's the beginning of the season. It's second half of the season is where I'm really gonna judge Bayern. After the second half of the season, usually there's a lot of injuries that happen. A lot of players in bad form. That is why I'm not confident. You understand? We still have to see more.
That's true. I agree.
That's true. But
that's the future right now. Company, I think we all agree, Company is playing the best football at this club since Hansi Flick. We actually look like we can dominate the smaller teams without giving them we had one, that 1 5-minute, 10-minute spell against Wolfsburg where we're thinking, oh crap, it's going to be the same. But since then, it's been pretty much almost flawless. Listen, when Company was signed and announced, I was very pessimistic. But when I thought about it more and I thought about the football he wants to play, the players he's going to have, the players we signed, I had hope, and Company is showing me that we can trust him. If he loses tomorrow, yes, not him, but if we lose tomorrow, it depends on how we lose. If we lose and it's a very close game, I'm still behind Company. If we go and it's a 3-0 thing again and Leverkusen completely wipe us off the map in the Allianz Arena, then now I might need to make an emergency video and call for us to be alert and look out for things. But I think right now we're looking good, and tomorrow I think we're the favorites. I do think I would favor us, bro.
Well, no, hold up. Let me say something, right? Honestly, right?
Or respond to Detroit Rock City. He still doesn't accept you as a Bayern fan.
Every time.
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to say that every time Cole gets pessimistic, that's his Barca side coming out. Seeing Roma, seeing Liverpool, all that stuff.
I'm always cautious of what can go wrong in a game. I'm not oblivion to say, oh, nothing can go, anything can go wrong, And I've seen it. I've seen it, and I'm sorry to say, I've taken L's. I've taken L's a lot. So the thing is, one thing is,
Wait, did
yeah,
you
you have
say
to understand.
taken?
Yeah, I've taken L's. I've taken a lot of L's, to be
Taken,
honest.
taken, Core,
Taken,
Taken,
taken.
sorry.
taken.
Anyways, all I'm saying is,
So you're a victim, Core. You have victim
company,
mentality. You have
company guys. I don't care. Even this game, if we lose, I want him to stay at Bayern. Personally, this is my honest opinion. Give him one more season. If he doesn't do well in that second season, then you fire him.
What do you mean
You
one more
know?
score? If we lose tomorrow, he still has the entire season. What do you mean one more? Give him one more
No, no,
season.
no. Give him one more season,
And
because I think
the thing
this
is,
is a Bayern team in work in progress. We're not there at the Leverkusen, Man City, Real Madrid level yet. You know, that's just how I see it. There's still a lot to learn. There's still a lot to learn.
Okay.
Hokage, can I have one last word on company?
Yeah.
The thing is, I watched the press conference of today against for the game tomorrow,
Yeah, yeah.
and the thing what he does better than Tuchel is he trusts the players, or he knows what they're capable of, and it's not like Tuchel. With Tuchel, in every press conference, he always downplayed a little bit,
Tuchel never took
downplayed our
responsibility.
players.
He
Did
never
Yeah,
took responsibility.
you hear what Lothar Matthäus said?
What?
Oh my God. Go to
oh,
Ayamaya Samia. You heard what he said, right?
What did he
He's
say?
okay. Let me read it to you. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on.
But Papena, I know what you're saying. Tuchel never took accountability. I think he took
yeah,
accountability once in Leverkusen. In Leverkusen, where he changed the lineup 10 minutes before the game because he was scared. That's the
yeah,
only time he took. But bro, he never
yeah,
took accountability. Never.
yeah, and the way he just conducts himself is super professional, super, and I think he really, and you can just see, he played for Man City. He was probably the face of that dynasty,
Yeah.
especially before that Pep era, in terms of, hey, no matter what happens, we are going to win those games and be confident and stuff like that. And you can just see it. And with Tuchel, it was always like, oh, we have to see how one guy performs or the other guy performs. It was always a if or maybe. And with company, it's always okay. Hey, we will play our game, and if we do our plan well, or we conduct our plan well, everything will work out.
Okay, guys, look at this. Okay, I'm gonna read you what Lothar Matthäus said.
Read it. Read it. Read it. Please.
My legend, always being a realist. I like it.
Corey,
Lothar
Can you
Corey.
do an
Matthäus
impression
on
of?
Lothar Matthäus, the Don. Listen to this. Listen to this. On Company and Tuchel. Companies looking for internal discussions, not public ones. The players like that. Before they were criticized publicly, they were too bad for Bayern Munich. If I had heard this is not a Mateus game in the past, I would have asked the coach if he was crazy. Thomas Muller dealt with it in a better way. There are players with 8 league titles like Kimmich. Then I'm looking for a holding midfielder. There are coaches who want to change everything, which is actually good. I think Thomas Tuchel is one of them. Company took all the players on his journey like Alonso did in Leverkusen. I often said that I miss the Maya San Mia feeling. That wasn't FC Bayern, that family. They changed it. Now the fans say this is our FC Bayern again. It's fun to go to the stadium again. The players have a sense of security now and will go through fire for the coach. The players did not feel free under Thomas Tuchel. I have nothing against Tuchel, and it's not about having a different opinion at the table, but that didn't work out with Bayern Munich. We knew that beforehand. It's not as if Bayern didn't see what problems he had in Dortmund, in Paris, and what problems he had in Chelsea, despite winning the Champions League. Something must have happened. PSG president Nasser Al Khelafi said to me, Lothar, I don't understand why Bayern signed Thomas Tuchel. That's a clear statement. Wow! The dawn in full effect. The dawn in full effect. Shout out, bro. Shout out, bro. Shout out, bro. Shout out. Hey,
Well,
and,
basically, we're ending it on this. Thomas Tuchel, fuck you. You look like a rat. You're a bitch. You ruined my club. Nagelsmann was on the way. Nagelsmann was on the way to treble success. Nagelsmann was away into treble success, and you came as a trophy manager and knocked us out of the Pokal and Champions League within 3 weeks. Within 3 weeks, he took the treble away from us. Thomas Tuchel, you bitch. Go kill your... No, actually, no.
Bro, have you seen what Pep said?
What did he say?
Bro, he said, you provoke me? Okay, here I am. You want a war? Okay, now we war. When Gabriel said it's time for war.
Oh, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Wait,
bro, what? No. This is the Premier League we're all missing, bro.
Like,
this is what I'm talking about.
Game, Gabriel said, like, it's time for war and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pep has just replied saying, you provoke me? Okay, here I am. You want a war? Okay, now we war.
Wait,
you pissing off the bit.
He said that in the press conference? He
said that in the press conference.
Listen, bro, Pep is a villain. Pep knows he's a villain, bro. This is what we need. We need villains in the sport.
Yeah, we need villains.
Yo, Pep's ready to lubricate England.
Bro,
but Hokage, we need a villain, but we also need a hero. Because without a hero, the villain is just a bully.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true. The villain right now.
Think of Bayern. Think of what are our club colors? Red, white, and blue. Good old American red, white, and blue. American are superheroes of the world. Bro, we're Homelander. We're Abe Lincoln. We're Donald Trump. We're every U.S. president. We're here to save football. That's what we're here to say. Olise plays with style. Musiala plays with style. Man City has never seen style like Olise.
You know who the true hero is? You know who the true hero is?
Who?
Arteta.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but
Ancelotti.
As the great Havok said, the 2-time UCL winners.
Oh no! Calm down. No. Calm down.
How are they? Calm down. No. Is that your new club?
No.
Pep and Arteta are gonna keep fighting, and Enzo Maresca is gonna slip under them and get the Prem title.
Bro, that would be crazy.
Wait,
bro,
what place is
that would be crazy, bro. That'd be crazy.
Let me see this.
AK, is Chelsea your new club?
No.
No, he's Marseille. He's a Marseille fan. They're doing good. Stay with them.
Chelsea is only 3 points behind. Just 3 points.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Kojak.
I mean, for the streets, we need a Chelsea Premier League win. I mean, that stream would be. It would be.
I want it.
Funny. Because I mean. I have to say, in regards of HH, he has suffered a lot. Like the last few years has been like. I mean, the amount of times we had streams just making fun of Chelsea have been countless. Like so,
he put on weight. Half Open peak 2020 would take his shirt off. Half Hope doesn't take his shirt off anymore, bro. He put on
he couldn't run while playing 5v5 football.
He just tweeted that like 2 days ago. He said my belly swings back and forth when I run.
Talking about Malt, cut the check. Malt, cut the check. Cut the check.
Oh man, we are making fun of a dude who is not even here.
Yeah.
Okay, we bully him in person. So.
Hey yo, let me tell you something, right? Honestly, the big villains in the game is Real Madrid. Let's be honest now, man.
That's so crazy.
Let's be honest.
That's so crazy.
No. Look.
No. I'm done with Real Madrid, bro. How can you be the biggest team in the world, the most historic club, but yet in the last 15 seasons, you've had maybe 2 seasons where you play beautiful football? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and that is what it is. In the most important moments, they always tend to show up. So that's why I keep telling you, if you can't beat the big bad bullies, you're not winning the
I
CL.
don't
I
care.
keep
You know
telling
what?
you guys this.
No, Real Madrid
I
fans,
keep-
because Real Madrid fans have so many Champions Leagues, they don't realize that their club does not know what Musiala is. Do they even know what a Musiala is? Do they know what Olise is? Bro, Real
They
Madrid,
know what a
they never,
Musiala and
they don't,
Olise
no,
is.
they don't know.
Don't
No, they don't
disrespect
know.
those guys, man.
No,
Those guys
they
are
don't
good.
know those players, bro, because they never play beautiful football.
No,
They never play
the,
They don't have to. They don't
the
have to.
problem
That's
with
the thing.
Hokage,
sorry.
the,
I'm sorry.
the problem with Madrid is they use everything in terms of if their club does not well, they'll just put up the free Pete and the 50 UCLs for as an explanation.
With all due
Never.
respect, Hokage, Real Madrid had Isco and James Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure they know what a Musiala and Olise.
No.
Yeah, they do.
Musiala is better than those guys. I'm sorry. Musiala has already.
Respect James, bro. James is my boy. Until
I mean,
Musiala's
James
World
at
Cup, like
Bayern,
James
that
get
first
kicked out.
season was.
AK, I don't care that 9-year-old AK fell in love with James Rodriguez in 2014. I watched my team win the World 10. Apologies. I watched my team win the World Cup that year. So who cares about James Rodriguez, bro? He's playing for Rayo Vallecano right now.
But you know, Rayo Vallecano is better than 90% of the Bundesliga teams.
Yes,
you know
speak
that,
on it, Core. Speak on it.
Core.
Yeah.
How? No way. There's no way. No, they're not.
No, it's facts. It's facts, though.
Bro,
they're better than Stuttgart.
If Sevilla play Leverkusen right now, Sevilla beats Leverkusen.
Core, do you know where Sevilla is right now in the league table?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. La Liga is the second best league in world football, and then the first is probably Premier League.
Bundesliga is the best.
I mean, this is just a proof that Core is still a Barca fan. I mean, he.
Oh. No, but I'm just being a realist. I love Bayern, but I'm just being a realist. Like we can't compete with these other leagues.
Of course,
maybe Serie A. Serie A is better than Bundesliga. You know that, right?
No, I don't know that because there's no proof.
No,
there's no proof.
It's true.
Wash, man, get out.
You don't believe that?
There is seven different winners.
No,
There's seven different winners.
Core, can I tell you this? Scott McTominay, Lukaku, Billy Gilmore, Ashley Young.
Yeah.
All these bums have gone to Serie A and they became the best players in that league.
Let me tell you why. Age does not matter. Age does not matter in football. That's what you're not understanding.
McTominay is like 24. He's one of the worst footballers I've ever seen. He's out there part of a potent think of this. McTominay is central to a potent attack in Serie A. That's disgusting.
And think about it last season, right? Go ahead.
The only reason why Juve didn't win 50 in a row because of their mismanagement. It wasn't. Let's be real. If they would be like Bayern in terms of their management, they would have probably won 15 in a row or 14. I don't care. But because that league, let's be real. The only side I rate is probably Inter Milan because they proved it now over 2 or 3 seasons. But AC Milan, Napoli, I mean, even Napoli is playing good right now, but we've seen them last season.
No, but let me tell you something, right? The thing is, if you look at Serie A, right?
What? Look at him. What?
Serie A. Oh, sorry. Sorry. So Serie A, right? The thing about Serie A is, if you look at Serie A has a lot of players, right, in the league. Look, last season Atlanta beat Leverkusen. You know that, right?
Yes, I know.
So that to show you that if they come up against any of the Bundesliga sides, they'll beat them.
No,
because they don't play. Yeah, they know how to beat German sides, and also they don't play highline like how Germany plays. They play the Catenaccio style.
I could do the same thing. AC Milan didn't have a chance against Dortmund in the San Siro last year in the group phase, for example. And I mean, we can talk about all the football and stuff like that. They have still stadiums out of the 80s. they are crumbling. I mean, the San Siro, I think, should have hosted the UCL final in 2027.
Yeah.
They delayed it,
Yeah.
or they said to the San Siro, okay, you can't host it.
I will say this about the leagues. I think right now, La Liga, Premier League, and Bundesliga are the closest they've ever been in terms of quality. And then I think there's a big ass drop off to Serie A. And I think Liga and Serie A are the same this season. Liga, bro, Mason Greenwood is leading the Marseille Forces to a league title win, bro. Mason Greenwood, bro, I know he did bad things, but what if in May Mason Greenwood has 25 goals and is league winner?
Oh, damn.
You have to respect it. You have to. I'm sorry.
So, are we saying he's on the pitch and off the pitch a target man? Like,
oh my god. Oh dear.
Let's just listen. The charges were dropped. I'll just say that the charges were dropped. Okay.
Yeah, by the victim.
By the victim. The victim had a change of heart.
So AK, you're currently without a club.
The thing is, whenever Mason Greenwood touches the ball, I switch to a different game. And whenever I switch to a different game for 3 seconds, and I put the Marseille game back on.
I mean, from the Bayern community, the doors are open. AK, if you want to join, now is a good time to join. I'm just saying.
No, like, I first went on loan to Real Madrid, and I saw that Las Palmas game, and they canceled that loan because they were just garbage in that game. And I scoured Europe for loan opportunities, and I just went back. I can go back on loan.
Or Barca.
But Barca I looked at, but like they don't pay money. They get all their signings. The signings don't cost them. I don't get the thrill of the transfer market.
AK, you have to stay a Marseille fan. They're gonna win the league this year. Mason Greenwood. We have to separate the art from the artist, bro. I'm sorry. If he wins the league title, like that's dod. That's like that's insanity.
Hokage sounds like a
Monaco have a better chance than us. I can't lie. I think Monaco.
Monaco.
Yeah,
Let me see this. Hold on. I'm looking at the league table on my phone.
Guys, I'm going to leave. It's already.
I should end it. I thought I was gonna end it like 20 minutes ago. I should end it. Greenwood. Let's just hope he doesn't do anything, so we don't have to have that conversation. And
maybe see you tomorrow at 8H.
I will be in LA, so I won't be on the post match. So I'll be there Sunday. But yeah, guys, Leverkusen, we're gonna clap those cheeks, baby. Let's go later.